Hi, this is Dr. Greg Gillum, CEO of Human Fusion, and I'm today at a corporate training center for a client. We're finishing up specific training on the book, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team by Patrick Lencioni. And so while it's near and dear to my heart, I thought I would just give you a very broad overview of the 5 dysfunctions, and we'll go back, we'll come back later on and get a much more in-depth review. But essentially, the 5 dysfunctions of a team are inability to trust, inability to then engage in conflict, then an inability to commit to one another and to a set of goals and objectives, and that leads to loss of accountability and inattention to results. So let's go back and go through each one of those real quick. So the first thing, I've got a lot of companies that come to me and say, hey, I want to do conflict management. Our managers just do not know how to get into conflict. In fact, I'm having a discussion tomorrow about this very thing. And what I'm going to plead with this HR manager to do is let's first go to trust and then we go to conflict, because you cannot get to conflict unless you trust each other. So if a team has good intentions, they've got the right integrity, they've got the right capabilities, and they know and they get results, those are the things that make up trust. And if we can trust each other, then we can get into very, very healthy conflict. I come from the pharmaceutical industry, and at GlaxoSmithKline, we were taught to get into conflict frequently. That was not a bad thing. That was a very good thing. The fact is, if we get into conflict about things, we can discover problems, discover issues, and solve them, especially for our clients, but also for internal customers as well. So we were encouraged and taught how to get into healthy conflict. So if we trust each other, we can debate, we can get into conflict with each other, we can get the best idea on the table, because of the trust factor, we don't think that the other person is trying to manipulate or trying to gain advantage or trying to put me down, make themselves look good. We don't have to get into any of that if we really trust each other. Now, the team that can trust and get into conflict can then commit very strongly, because there's buy-in and clarity to the best ideas that were formed from the trust relationship. And then those types of, if we're moving in that direction, then accountability becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, in that if you're on a team like this, you're not going to let each other down. So you're accountable to each other, sort of irrespective of the leader. Now, the leader has to model this behavior, but you're going to self-regulate on a team that's got trust, healthy debate, and commitment. And then if you're doing all 4 of those things, then results take care of themselves. And you're going to, now the big thing about results is making them public, so that there's lots of transparency and that everybody knows kind of what's going on. And so those are the 5 dysfunctions of a team. I'm training on that in a couple of hours here, looking forward to it. But we'll come back again later on, and we'll go into a deeper dive on Patrick Lencioni's seminal work on teams. If you like management-related videos like this, please subscribe to Human Fusion, and we'll keep you up to date on all the latest trends that are affecting management practice today. Thanks.